Hi Ben, thanks for taking the time for the interview with us. So yeah, obviously you're in Europe, in Berlin right now, on tour with the Deutschland, auch, Musik. So it's a three slightly different bands on the lineup. So how is the crowds, how they are reacting to you?
Yeah, very well. I feel like we share a similar fan base or a similar type of fan with A Day to Remember. You know, like we like to get people to march and to crowd surf and to get involved and be a real physical display, and they're definitely the same. You know, they want people to march and they want all that craziness. So yeah, our sets are very similar. Moose Blood warm it up nicely though, because they're a little softer. You know, maybe it breaks the crowd in a little bit, and then we come on and get them moving, and then A Day to Remember kind of combines the two, you know, and then it's just this big show. So it's been really good, and I think we're playing to a lot of new fans every night. I feel like there's a lot of people in the crowd who haven't heard us, but once they have heard us, they'll go, holy shit, they're really good. You know, maybe you didn't want to check us out beforehand, but because they have to watch us, they actually turn out to quite like it. So yeah, it's been really good.
Yeah, I recently actually saw on your Facebook that you shared your first show ever, and so now it's about a bit more than 4 years since that, and you play Wembley twice now. So yeah, what is it? What are the reasons that it went so fast? I mean, 4 years from nothing to Wembley is...
It's crazy, yeah, it is crazy.
It's
I've always said it's kind of very crazy, unusual circumstances for Neck Deep. I feel like we were just in the right place at the right time, and it kind of took off a lot faster than we ever expected. But I think it's just hard work, a lot of it. I think a lot of it is just, what I always put it down to is three things, is having good music is the basis of it. You have to be good at what you do, you know what I mean? I personally think we sucked at the beginning, but people said that our music was good. So, you know, you have to write good music that gets people into it. The second is good fans, having like really loyal fans who want to tell everybody about you know what I mean? And then the third thing is just working hard and touring like fuck and never ever slowing down or stopping. So the combination of those three things, I think, kind of helped us along. So.
Great. Yeah, I mean, I feel like in general the whole pop punk scene had a real huge rise in the last few years. What do you think? What made the pop punk scene rise, and what's your part in it?
What made it rise initially, or what?
Just in general, how the whole. I mean.
I think a lot of it is nostalgia. I think people want to remember their childhood, and they want to remember, and maybe just a little bit of positivity. I think generally the attitude of the genre is quite nostalgic, and it's all quite positive. And I think people are looking for those two things. People want to, you know, you get dudes who say, oh, I listened to this 10, 15 years ago and now it's coming back around, that's awesome, I love it, I forgot how much I loved it. And I think that's what a big part of it was, is when it went away, people forgot how much they actually enjoyed it, so now it comes back. But also maybe because there's a little bit of a break and there's some positivity in there, and it's kind of maybe a break from whatever you normally listen to, you know, whether it's heavy music or hip hop or, you know, electronic music, whatever it is, it's a nice change of pace from all that, I think. So,
yeah.
I don't know what made it rise specifically. I think it was just a bunch of good bands came out or got kind of discovered around about the same time.
What did bring you into the music?
To be honest, it never really stopped for me. I feel like I've always kind of, when pop punk has taken a few different forms, you know, for a while. So it was New Found Glory, Blink-182, Sum 41, and then shit like that. And then I feel like once that dropped off a little bit, maybe Blink went a bit more kind of emo, and I feel like emo came around for a little bit, and then pop punk also took this really poppy turn. But it's always been there. It's always kind of been there in the background, you know. And I don't know. I think once it started up again, it was kind of just like, yo, finally people are paying attention to it. Like, I've loved this music for years. Now that people actually want to be in a band with me, because I'd always been like that one guy who was just like, nobody wants to fucking start a pop punk band. And then I wonder who that is.
Fucking well shipwrecked. Just some road dog.
Oh, that wasn't even Ben. I thought it was Ben. Alright, that was some salty road dog just chanting in the corridor.
It was Carl.
I don't know, I think generally, I don't know. I don't think I ever really dipped off from it too much, but what made me want to get back into it, or at least start a band, was just because I felt like it was the genre that I knew the most. I felt like it was the genre that I knew how to write. And yeah, my roots were in that, you know what I mean? Like when I write music, all of my influence comes from pop punk bands, or a lot of my influence comes from Blink, Green Day, Leave Out Glorious on 41. So it was just an obvious choice for me. It was weird, but it kind of just worked out. So.
All right. Yeah. Speaking of writing, I mean, you teased a new record on social media. So what can you tell us? Like, what will it be like? Do you have a range when it will come out?
Yeah, we have a lot of songs written already. We have way more written than we did last time we went into the studio, and way more demos as well. So we have a handful of songs that are pretty much there, and then just tons of ideas that we're going to sew together. But at this point, without giving too much away, it's going to sound very cliche, but it's just going to be, I think, a bit more of a mature album. Maybe a step in a slightly more chilled direction. I wouldn't say we're ever going to slow down, and it's not going to be a pop punk record. Like, it's going to be a pop punk record, and it's going to be a Neck Deep record, and it's going to be everything that people love about Neck Deep, but with something else. That is something a more developed sound, more maturity. Just us developing as musicians, we don't always just listen to pop punk, we listen to anything and everything. So we're taking influences from anywhere we can find it, and kind of finding a way to put that into our music, or finding a way to put those elements into our music, whether it's from rock, or whether it's from indie rock, or whether it's from hip hop or heavy music. Taking all those ideas and kind of putting them into the sound that we have now. Something along those lines. It's more mature. It's going to be more developed. It's more dynamic. I feel like there's going to be more to it than just a fast pop punk record. It's going to be, big epic parts that you might hear, on a heavy record, or there's going to be, riffs that you might think of a rock riff or an indie riff. There's going to be some leads on there that might sound like a straight up indie song. You know what I mean? But the roots of it are pop punk, and it's Neck Deep, and it's going to be Neck Deep. So yeah, it's hard to describe a new album without giving too much away, and also when it isn't written. You know what I mean? It's kind of like we have this vision, but who knows? It could when we won't know until we sit down in that studio on day one and go,
Got through it.
let's go. Yeah, let's go. Let's make a record.
Okay, yeah. Right. If there wasn't Neck Deep, if you weren't in the band, or the band didn't exist, what would you probably be doing for yourself and maybe the rest of the band, the other guys?
I got kicked out of uni, but that was probably because of the band. So had the band never happened, I probably would have stuck uni out. I probably would have done a different different subject in music in uni. I probably would have done something music related or art related, or I don't know. I just would have found something more worthwhile to do in university, and just probably would have gone to uni with my friends or something and just done the usual bullshit. I would have always probably did music on the side though, like even if it was just writing songs for myself on acoustic or something. West would probably be working in a game store, or doing something video game related, something along those lines. Phil would probably be doing something graphic wise, like drawing and stuff. He does all that anyway now, but he would be probably on that line. Danny would through be doing something musical, absolutely. He's he's one of those people that is fucking good at everything, so like he picks up a guitar and it's like, you're literally a better guitarist than like 90% of the people that I know. He would be doing music, just straight up. He's talented as fuck. And Sam, I think Sam would probably be doing music as well, because Sam was in another band before Neck Deep as well, so Sam would probably be doing music, or Probably doing music. Probably touring hard. Yeah.
All right. Okay. I read an interview on Kill Your Stereo you shared. It was a lot about the whole fandom thing, and I wondered, how is that back home when you're at home? I mean, does it really affect you when you go out and people recognize you?
It happened today. I got recognized on a train. Yeah, you know, when it's maybe just one person or maybe just one or two people or a group of people, and it's not too intense, that's fine. Like when it's and when I know that they're a fan and I know that they're legit, and like then I have all the time. Well, like yesterday, I only met like one dude, but I recognized him instantly from the front row, and I was like, I'll give you all the time I can give you. You know what I mean? Like I have like respect, but when people just fucking scream at me and it's like it's real intense, or if I see someone notice me from like a long distance away and know that they've got their phone out, or they're like looking at me from a distance, that's when it just gets a bit creepy. Like the key is just, you know, come and say hey to me, but just don't be creepy. Don't be creepy, and like just show a little respect for what I do. Like that, the fact that I'm a musician, I'm in a band, that I'm not, you know, I'm not just crazy guy to freak out over. Like, don't just come up to me and say I want a picture. Come up to me and be like, hey, I like your, at least say I like your band first, you know what I mean? At least acknowledge like, hey, I respect what you do, rather than, hey, I just want a fucking photo to post on Instagram. That's the shit that pisses me off. But when I feel like it's genuine, it's cool. Yeah, I don't mind too much. But when it's if someone just wants a photo, more often than not, I'll give it to them, but I walk away kind of like,
I see.
I just wanted to like walk and see my friend, or like, oh, just go and like get a coffee or something. Like, I don't know. It sounds like a shitty thing to complain about, because obviously I like the rest of my life is, you know, I'm very, very, very lucky to do what I do. But yeah, it's weird. It's weird how that shit gets to you. But yeah.
Right, fair enough. Last one is about touring again. I mean, having a new record, when it's out, then soon you need to tour again. So, can you introduce us to some new bands you may want to take on tour with? Is there anybody?
Yeah, definitely. There's a band that my brother recently recorded, so they were at my house recording for a while. They're from Scotland. Their name is Woes. So like Drake, like running. They're big fucking Drake fans, so. But they're fucking sick. It's like really technical, riffy pop punk that's like, yeah, like maybe not so techy. I'd say it's like halfway between like Such Gold and like, yeah, it's like Such Gold but a bit more like pop punk and less technical than that, but like that kind of vibe. Another band I would put you guys on to would be a band called Tradewind. It's actually members from Stick to Your Guns, right. And you know these guys, yeah, it's Stick to Your Guns and Stick to Your Guns and fucking,
Can't remember there. Straight from the Path?
Straight from the Path, straight, yeah, fuck me, brain farted, and the drummer from Conditions as well. Yeah, and they're just fucking sick, man. Like, they're a band that we've been very into. Like, their whole vibe is really cool. But another small band, a UK band, they're friends of ours, Waster. They're cool. They just released an album. Two of those guys I've known for like the longest time, and they're doing really well. And one more. I'm gonna give one more. Fuck, I hate being put on the spot like this.
It's alright.
No, I'm trying to think of one more. I could pull one out. Oh, Homebound. They're another band. Right. Yeah, because I'm trying to think of like bands that like are really small and like, you know, like I want to actually tell people about. So yeah, Homebound. They're from the UK. Again, my brother recorded them, and their EP is like really good. I know they just got signed to a label and stuff, so they're getting picked up. You know, they're gonna do well for themselves. So Homebound from the UK, definitely want to pick up too.
Alright. Thank you very much. That was the last one.
No worries. All good. Thanks, guys.
Have a good show.
Cheers.